Hi folks, Happy New Year. Preston Johnson here with the American Masters Bowling Tour. We're at Sunny Brook Lanes with our first of the year tournament, and I'm proud to present Jonathan Murphy, our Scratch Division champion today.
Way to go, Jonathan! Great bowler today.
Folks, we did something that has become a tradition, if you will, with the American Masters. We did a one-ball tournament, and the way it worked was that you had a chance to bring as many balls as you wanted to during warm-up, try them all out, see what the pattern, how it would perform, and then you picked one. And you could only use that one ball for strikes, for spares, in qualifying, and match play. And Jonathan, whatever the ball you selected, man, you kicked butt with it, man. Tell us about what you did today, and how in the heck did you did something unbelievable today. 1229.
Yes, a record.
He was plus 229 today.
That was
now,
a record.
It was a record, man. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
First time. This is your first time bowling with us.
Mm-hmm.
First tournament,
Yep.
for you. Unbelievable. Who is this Jonathan Murphy kid? And he's a little kid. He got this little baby face. I love it. Now I'm messing with you a little bit. But go ahead. Tell me about today. How did your first tournament? You knew about the American Masters. What made you come out and do this one-ball tournament? And why did you pick the ball that you picked?
Well, I heard about it and I thought one ball, it'd be a fun tournament to do.
Mm-hmm.
Have him do one ball and grind through it. I showed up here, heard it was a short pattern, so I brought some little weaker aggressive bowling balls.
Mm-hmm.
I started throwing them. They were hooking too much.
Yeah.
I look in my bag. I have this old urethane ball that my coach gave me. I take it out. I start throwing it. It's just striking.
Yeah.
Pick that ball through the rest of the day.
Unbelievable.
It's perfect.
What would you normally have used that ball for? Is that normally like a spare ball?
It's a practice ball.
Is that right?
Yeah, you sit in practice, works and get me consistency, throwing it normal, perfect shots.
Yeah, and what's cool about it is that to make sure that we keep it fair for everybody, we write down the serial numbers of all the balls to make sure people don't switch balls and so forth. I understand this ball has been resurfaced so many times. There's no serial number on the ball.
Yeah, there's no serial number on it, and all it is the Brunswick B.
Well, so that was the other way we knew you were using the same ball, because all we had to do was check the ball you were using.
Yeah.
If there was no serial number on it, we knew you were still using the right one.
Yeah.
So tell me about today. Your first American Masters. Now you knew that we put out sportsman patterns out
Yeah, I
here.
knew.
Okay. Now tell me about you. What did you do before? Were you bowling in juniors or high school?
Before this year, I was actually doing high school.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling some junior tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a couple of good finishes here and there, but nothing special.
Yeah.
Then this year, I started doing mid-states.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we understand. Yeah.
And then, I thought there was no tournaments this weekend. Hey, American Masters, I heard.
Yeah.
Came out and did it, and I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So
Do some
tell me
more.
about qualifying. How did qualifying go for you? Did you have any particular match or game that gave you troubles, and what did you do?
The first game, when the lanes were still a little fresh, my ball wouldn't finish. It was finishing too strong, so I was leaving a lot of stupid pins that I made my spares, but it's my low game of the day.
Which was?
210.
His low game was 210. I love this.
And then pretty much after that, it just oil carried down. My ball just started carrying
It
and
was
striking.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
You have an incredible, just a smooth game. We were watching you. I got here late today. I got here right around noon, and you all were going into right around your fourth or your fifth game, and they were just going around, getting the cut scores. And I happened to sit down where you were bowling, and I'm watching you, and like, this kid is just destroying this pattern. How did you learn to bowl so smooth? Just amazing to watch. It's grace in motion, man. It's beautiful.
Been pretty much I just learned myself.
Really?
Watching other people and just trying to mimic what they do. And then once I learned new Jack, then he just kind of perfected my game. And then it's been that sense.
Now, the way we did the finals, since you were high qualifier, you had to wait.
Yeah.
We did a stair step, and so we took the top 5, and 5 bowled 4, 4 bowled 3, and so forth. And so it had Richard Heist, I had Tim Bell, Bruce Wright, Aaron Lawrence, who you bowled in the finals, and yourself. That had to be torture, man.
I hate waiting. I hate it.
But I saw you down on the practice pair, and you kept your arm loose and so forth.
Yeah.
And the final match was unbelievable. Your games were virtually identical. You were playing the lanes exactly the same way. He left a 6, 7, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Right around the 8th or 9th frame, I guess it was.
Yeah.
And he just jumped all over it, man. How do you keep those nerves, man? You're so young. Where's that composure come from, man?
I just learned that don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just focus on your own game.
Yeah.
Worry about what you're doing, and just kept that in my head. Watched the football while I was bowling, and I just kept grinding through.
It was exciting too watching that last match. Aaron had to, if he struck out, he could have shut you out.
Yeah.
He struck 9 spare. You had to get a double to win the match. You need a double like 5 pins or something like that.
Yeah.
You threw the first one with confidence and you just destroyed the pins. That second ball though, when you knew you had to throw that strike to win, what was going on in your mind?
I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I knew I needed the strike, and my hand was sweaty. Could barely hold on to the ball. I just kind of let it go and hope for the best because I was lane. I wasn't carrying well on.
Yeah.
And I carried it.
And to that point, both of you guys, it looked like if you got right early, you left the 10 pin.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And when you threw that ball, to be perfectly honest, it was a little bit right,
Yeah.
but for some reason it came in high flush and took out the 10 pin. I think it was week 6 or week 10 that took out week 6 that took out the 10 pin.
Yeah,
And
I believe so.
it was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And after that, you knew you had it. And
Yeah.
then you just throw the ball right down the middle of the lane. What did you think? You struck again. So just a beautiful way to end the match, man. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable to watch.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Feels good. I feel great to get my first win of a tournament.
It's first one ever.
First
American-
adult win.
Adult win.
Yeah.
Now, do you have something under juniors?
I won a singles tournament in high school.
Okay.
2 of them. I won a Macomb County tournament. It was 3 games.
Mhm.
I was top of there, and then I won another one for Lance Cruz my senior year.
Outstanding. Outstanding. We're going to take a quick break.
Power and control are the 2 most important features a bowling ball must possess. The new Buzzsaw bowling ball redefines these vital qualities. The diamond-shaped weight block increases revolution without sacrificing accuracy, as the Buzzsaw literally cuts through the pocket. The new Buzzsaw bowling ball, a cut above the rest. Now available at Area Pro Shop.
Hi, folks. We're talking to Jonathan Murphy, our Scratch Division champion today here at Sunny Brook Lanes and our special one-ball tournament.
Way to go, Jonathan!
As we were saying before, we did something special today. We did our one-ball tournament. We used a pattern called the Ultimate Challenge 2. It didn't play quite the way we were expecting. The fact that you shot 229 had nothing reflected on your game, but you had an amazing game, and I think you would have been high qualifier anyway. But our cut score was higher than normal. It was a plus 79, and normally this pattern, the cut score is negative. We always, have somebody who just tears it up, but the cut scores were normally negative. So we had to talk to the proprietor and find out what happened. We're not quite sure, but I think overall it worked out well for everybody. I think everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about different tournaments that you bowled in. You won one when you were in high school. You've done some of the competitive tournaments and so forth. Compare this tournament to, let's say, the last one that you were in. You performed roughly the same as you were saying off camera, but had entirely different results. Tell me about how that feels.
Last tournament I was in was a mid-states. They put out just normal house shots, and I had about similar results. I was plus 200 over, and I was barely making the cut, just barely.
Yeah.
Like there were guys plus 300 over and
Yeah.
everything.
Now, is that fun to bowl?
No.
That I mean, you have an amazing game. Nothing against, but to bowl that well and not be able to cash, not be able to win.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like here, you bowl somewhat good and you make the cut and you feel good about yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So I know we're going to keep seeing you coming back.
Oh,
when
yeah.
we really have some tough shots out here, but I'd love to see how your game comes together on the different shots. We've had some great performers. In fact, Nick Aquinos Jr. You were saying that you practiced with him?
Yeah, I practice with them pretty much daily.
Yeah, I think he cut his teeth with us, right? I think it was 18, 19 when he first started, and he was winning tournaments like crazy. He's out on the tour, he's doing great. You had Craig Nidifer, you had Brandon Dale, have a lot of great bowlers that come out here because they love the challenge, and I think you're going to be one of those great ones. I'm expecting you to sit in this chair a whole bunch more times.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
I really do.
Now, tell everybody a little bit about you. Married, kids, grandkids, how many?
Oh, I'm 19. Well, I'm single, of course. Not married. I hope I don't have any kids.
None that he knows about.
That'd be very bad if I did. I just kind of live my life. I work and I just bowl.
Where do you work?
I work at Pampa Lanes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
another reason why he's so darn good, you know.
Yeah.
So they don't give you any money; they just let you practice all you want. Right?
I practice.
Now, anybody that you want to thank before we move to the main
I
event here?
really would like to thank my coach, Jack
Jack who?
Hilgendorf.
Tell him.
Yeah, Jack Hilgendorf, I'd like to thank you. Thanks for the ball, mainly. I didn't have that ball, I might not have won today.
There you go. All right. Well, Jonathan, you came here to win a tournament, and that's exactly what you did. So I've got first place prize fund of $500.
Thank you.
Not bad to start the new year off.
Not bad at all.
All righty. And then you were smart enough, because a lot of first timers don't get in the Eagles Nest. And the way it works is that you come to the tournament, you pay an additional fee. If you make it through qualifying, make it through match play, and sit in this chair, you get the Eagles Nest of additional $165, man.
Thank you.
That's enough to buy lane one or molded ball.
I'll think about it.
All right. And then last but not least, we have the American Masters Trophy, man.
It's nice.
How you like that one?
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
Show it to the cameras.
That's a nice trophy.
Now, I guarantee you, folks, he's going to have a whole bunch of these on his wall because he is that good.
I'm
Folks,
hoping for
this
it.
is Jonathan Murphy, our scratch division champion here today at Sunny Brook Lanes. If you think you've got game, come and put it up against Jonathan and see what you got. We're going to be at Taylor Lanes in 2 weeks, January 16th. We're looking for a big turnout. We're going to put out a tough condition, and then I guarantee you it's going to be a negative cut score. Anyway, I'm Preston Johnson with the American Masters Bowling Tour. Jonathan, you're a tremendous champion.
Thank
I know
you.
you're going to be sitting here a lot more, and I look forward to seeing you here.
Thank you.
All right.
Way to go.
Thank you, everybody.